EA Sports, always proud to bring you the National Football League as we join you from Northwest Stadium, just outside Washington, D.C. Today, it's Week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here, as it'll be the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Washington Commanders. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone, so this ball will come out to the 30 now. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Play fake. Here's Love. Open man, the former Gator. It's Ricky Pearsall. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That's good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose.
Wow, that ball was not free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. And he's going to miss this one. Wide to the left from distance. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game. Well, that opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
Deputy! Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
They go play action. Daniels. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. You look at this Niner defense. They've been very good against the pass so far this year. Number 4 in the NFL right now.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5. Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Viking 18. Seven Pirates.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now Daniels going to keep it. And that is incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10.
their own 17-yard line.
Okay.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they were in field goal range last time out but couldn't connect.
It's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it, some coaches have a little bit less patience for that than others. Let's see if they call the game differently now in terms of what they do on drives and not try and settle for field goals.
33.
Olave motioning to the left. Here's Love. Pass caught by Pearsall. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Defensively going forward, they're going to have to watch out for him on plays just like that. It's a drag route across the field, and they're trying to free him up and let him run after the catch. That won't be the last time we see that play, and it works there to pick up a first down.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
His throw incomplete. Well, that's a perfect example of how he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's game. He is just all around the football right now, isn't he?
That he is, and it's funny because I talked with the coaching staff about drills that they do in practice, and one of them is called matching hands. And as soon as that hand is launched by the quarterback, you throw up the opposite hand and match that hand with the QB, and oftentimes you're able to knock it away, as we just saw there.
Olave with his first grab, and he also has a first down.
But I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. You talk about this Washington defense. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
They've established themselves as a top 10 run-stopping unit in the NFL here in the early going. All signs point to me towards them continuing that throughout the season. They look pretty good, pretty darn cohesive to me.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Only a yard there on the keeper, but that's all he needed. First down.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the first down.
And as we say often, shows confidence in your offensive line. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another first down.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
43, right.
They run it with James. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great. Because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for him.
And I think the ball's out. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Thankfully for the offense, a fortuitous bounce there on the fumble goes out of bounds because they're down here in the red zone. You don't want to lose one there.
You don't want to lose one, and the best part, because it went out of bounds, they retain possession, still have an opportunity to put points on the board.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Here we go, set.
Olave motioning to the left.
Set.
Love now. That's Olave bringing in another one. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Down.
To throw now. Here's Love. Over the middle, complete to Judy. And the 49ers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
49er first down. 1st and goal, San Francisco.
We're scoreless after 1. The 49ers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter as they go to work on a 1st and goal.
Set, ready, set, cut.
Now Love. Touchdown! A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the 49ers post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter.
The kicker on.
Well, we had the scoreless first quarter of play. We sure didn't have to wait long into the 2nd quarter to get some action on the scoreboard.
So was the first quarter a feeling out process? I mean, that was an interesting quarter, wasn't it? Because we had some action, we had some good play, just didn't have any points. So now it's game on.
The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a 1st down. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A quick 1st down pickup. Good start after going 3 and out on their opening drive.
That's good for a Washington 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Come on. Panther 60, Panther 60.
They'll run once more with JCM. And he takes this out right near the 45-yard line. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the stick, that fits the bill.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 3.
Ready.
Play action. Now it's Daniels. Short throw. He's got Kraft. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
A gain of a yard.
3rd down and 1.
3rd and 1.
Cup 19. 60 Bobcats. 60. Ready.
Throwing now is Daniels. And that is incomplete. An injury going to pause the game here, and it looks like it's Terry McLaurin who's in some discomfort. Not sure what happened. Hopefully this is nothing major. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. That's to his rookie wideout from Wisconsin. And he spins past him and into space. Touchdown, Washington. A big play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Commanders take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
Extra point attempt to follow here. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
Ready.
To pass, here's Jordan Love. Olave holds it in. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Washington on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Yellow, black, chop.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. Love looking to throw it. Open man, he completes it to Judy. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another first down.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
James. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
This is 2nd and 8.
Drill green. Come on, stay.
Love, they go play action now. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half. But the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
Throwing. Love. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. The 49ers are going to turn over to the special teams crew. The field goal unit is out there now. And this one is right through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take, punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Now a hit and a loose football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go.
On the ground, it's James. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
On play action. Love to throw. A throw left side for Pearson is complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 15 for the Niners there and a first down.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Love. Throw right side is going to be caught by Judy. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the Commanders' 8-yard line.
Ready.
Off the play fake, Love. And he's got it. Touchdown 49ers. Ricky Pearsall from 8 yards out. And the 49ers are able to extend their lead. Well, on that connection, it looked like they maybe had some pre-play communication. Maybe one of them noticed an area that was open to the defense to get the pass to.
When you put the time in, sometimes you have that great silent communication that you just noticed right there, because the best quarterback-receiver combos in the NFL, they know how to make those adjustments at the line of scrimmage when they see something pre-play, and they got it done there.
Commanders 7.
The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Here we go.
Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time, because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive.
And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Ready. Black, 95, ready.
Following the interception, Love. That's going to be caught by Judy. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
On the ready.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line. Operating from the gun. Love. This will be caught by Brown. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Brandon, you know this is going to be discussed because this is the fear of all the backs when they run this type of a route. They've got to find the football, and sometimes they don't see the defender. And in this case, he took a pretty good shot for his efforts, but give him credit, able to hold on to the football.
And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Ready?
Play action this time with Love. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half.
It's second down.
Ready?
And now the clock will stop as he's able to get up and spike it here. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And this one is right down the middle. And that will do it for this first half.
Niners 20, Commanders 7.
Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42. Great return.
And while we weren't quite there yet, you had to start to wonder if there's going to be any life left in this team. And that big return, that could be the exact spark to get them right back into this game.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. All in all, pretty manageable deficit, Charles, here as they start this third quarter offensively when you consider the fact that in the first 2 quarters, they had 2 costly turnovers.
I think you laid it out there perfectly, partner. Very tough to hold a lead going into the break if you continue to hand it over on multiple drives.
Yeah, and obviously, Charles, it would be very tough to climb back into the game if those turnovers continue.
I would say borderline impossible. You keep turning it over, I don't know how you make up a deficit.
They'll swing this out to Krosky Merritt. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Let's go now. Let's go.
Now Daniels. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Commanders come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Right down the middle. And the lead will shrink to 6.
Niners 20, Commanders 14.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, Because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You got to be careful right here. I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing the throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Looking to throw again on second down. Love. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Olave motioning to the left. Love from the gun. And that will be incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
They'll try and run for it. Krosky Merritt. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. They're just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
And the Washington 1st
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you should have a few men in the box there.
Now Daniel's going to keep it. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
19 tight, 19 tight. Ready.
Here's Daniels. That's caught. Krosky Merritt with it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball and let him do his thing, and they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 46. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
Red. Cougar Knights, go.
Off the play fake. Daniels. That is into the hands of Krosky Merritt. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. The Washington passing game dialed in now. It's a first down.
That's another Washington first down. First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
They go play action. Daniels. Caught here by Griffin. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. That one goes for 24 yards.
First down. First
Panther
and
11,
goal at
Panther
the 8-yard
11.
line.
Let's go. Let's go.
To the air goes Daniels. On the RPO, he'll keep looking for the McLaurin, and he's got it. Touchdown, Washington. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Commanders have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead.
He was able to move around and found some vision to throw the football. And how about how he ended it? Boy, he had some zip on that throw.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt to have an arm like that. Results in the touchdown here. Great play offensively. Extra point splits the uprights. And that will put them on top here in the third. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're looking to turn things around here. They've been shut down in this third quarter, and that was after a good first half offensively.
And you wonder where it all goes, and it feels like it goes away fast because it takes some time to build up good momentum, great play calling, excellent execution, and then in like a blink of an eye, you're losing the game. How do you get back there again? I'm sure they've talked about it, and they've got a plan. Now can they put it into practice?
The lead gone, now the search to find it again. Play fake. Here's Love. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
Looking deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. This is taken at about the 14. A big boot that time, 57 yards the official distance. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. The passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
And I don't want to harp on it, but this defense among the bottom in the league against the run, and they show it right there.
And it doesn't matter when you get prepared for this defense, whether you're good running the ball or not, that's your plan. Run the ball against them, that's their weakness. And by the way, I think you harped on it.
I did. My bad. Back to Krosky Merritt on 1st down. Down to about the 22 here. 87 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Again, it's Krosky Merritt. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Here we go. Start. Bronco Eagles.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Ready? 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles. Eagles, 60 Eagles. 79 Broncos. 19 tight, 19 tight.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. That's to Kraft, the tight end. Will go down as a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
Got it. Ready?
4 yards remain on 2nd down. Ball on the 10.
Set it. 19, 18. Ready.
Daniels with a give to Krosky Merritt. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Ja'Cory Krosky Merritt, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Commanders are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it.
49ers 20.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
At their own 34-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Here we go.
Still plenty of time here in the 4th quarter. Just a 1-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and 2 points. And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, 49ers. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Niners have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion.
Here
The
black
49ers
shot.
will line up for the
33,
2-point
yellow.
conversion.
Black, red. 6, mega. Drill green.
Love throwing for it. And he's got it. The conversion good, and we are tied in the 4th. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. Daniels looking to throw. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
That would have been a nice one to hit on in a tie game. You start to think that one big play, maybe the next big play, could turn out to be the game winner. They took the big shot, but it winds up incomplete.
To throw is Daniels. Setting up the screen, Krosky Merritt. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's a first down Washington on a pickup of 18.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Pass all 80.
Play action, now it's Daniels. He finds his man, complete. That's Griffin. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Cowboy 80. 19 tight, 19 tight. Ready, ready.
Throwing now is Daniels. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Ja'Cory Krosky Merritt. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Commanders answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the fourth.
The score, Commanders 35, 49ers 28.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
On the double.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Here's Love. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
Come on, Dad.
On play action. Love to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. That's sacked by Tremaine Edmonds.
Yeah, some real defensive resistance there, saying not so fast to a good drive. They had marched to the end zone the last time out.
On the ready.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Love, they go play action now. Under pressure, they got him again.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play-action sack. Desperation time here. Love on 4th down. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And that will force a turnover on downs. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're still a long way away from kneel down time. So they've got to work on getting first downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going. And above all, ball security. Don't turn it over.
2 yards to go, 2nd down. A give now to Bill. This is Krosky-Merritt. And for one of the few times here today, this one's not going to go anywhere. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
Ready.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game.
Here we go. 19 Tiger.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Commanders football as we get back to it. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Let's go now. 70 Timberwolves. Go.
On 3rd down, Krosky-Merritt. Now he's loose again. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt finishing strong with 3 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Commanders look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Now the try here for the extra point. And the lead is up to 14.
Makes the score. Commanders 42, 49ers 28.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Okay, right.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Set. Red, 38. Ready.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. I think you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
Here's second down. Love wants to shift things around.
32. Ready.
Here's James. Nice little juke. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of a tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
A big play here as the crowd noise rises. 3rd and 1.
Yellow, 43.
They're going to let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's going to have a Niners first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1. Here's 1st and 10.
Set, punt. 33, yellow. Ready?
Now a handoff up the middle. James. And not a whole lot there. Maybe 3 yards on 1st down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Ready. 52 points.
Well, this was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of them went on the board. Both offenses were clicking. Charles, these defenses, meanwhile, have a little something to clean up before their next contest.
Yeah, neither end zone had a stop sign in it, did they? I mean, for both sides, visit it, and with frequency. Not fun to be a defensive player, but on the offensive side of the ball, those guys had a blast. One team came away with a victory, even better for them.
So for Washington, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Glendale to take